The Committee on the Appropriation 2012-13 Estimates Bill is resumed. Before the dinner break, the committee was debating vote Canterbury earthquake recovery, and Nikki Wagner had the call. She has just over half a minute to speak if she wishes to take that opportunity. Nikki Wagner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before the dinner break, I was talking about the new blueprint, the 100-day plan for Christchurch, and how well it's been received, and how it's inspirational, innovative, and how I'd like to congratulate the team of Warwick Isaacs and his people who have worked so long and hard to get this result. The blueprint identifies a dozen or so exciting anchor projects for the city, and they will provide real amenities both for local residents, for the greater Christchurch area, and also for tourists. But the beauty of this new plan...
The bell may not be very loud.
Mr. Chair.
You're seeking another call?
Yes, please, Mr. Chair.
Well, you must do that the moment the bell rings.
Right.
Nikki Wagner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Very quiet. The beauty of this new plan is that it will build a more compact and well-designed, and we hope people-friendly and environmentally friendly city. I really like the idea of the green frame and the fact that the River Avon runs through the city, and that will be a focus. It will be a focus for walking, for sitting, for biking, for just enjoying the outdoors on the two sides of our city, and on the other two sides we will have this large green space. And I think that that's going to make our city something that we'll all be proud of. It's also a compact city, so you have near the square, we'll have the convention centre, and that will open up into Cathedral Square and Victoria Square. We'll also have the theatre complex very close to it, and on the other side of the retail area we will have the new Justice and Emergency Centre and also the bus exchange. Past that, we're going to have the Innovation Centre, which is based around CPIT, where young people will want to go. But the whole key here is that the whole city will be very walkable and will be a place that people will want to hang out in and spend some time there. It's particularly important that this city plan works well. There has been some debate in the community that we should really be focusing on the residential areas before we focus on the CBD. And I agree with that. It's really important that people are in homes that are warm and safe. But the problem is that unless we get the CBD up and running, we lose the attraction of our centre city. And not only do we have to be responsible to our local citizens and the greater Christchurch area, but we also have to be responsible to the South Island, because Christchurch is the gateway to the South Island. We need to have a vibrant city that will attract tourists so that they'll not only come to Christchurch, but they will feed out through Christchurch right round the South Island. And we've seen a drop-off in tourism in the rest of the South Island because Christchurch has been damaged. I think this exciting new look city will bring people back to the centre. Christchurch people have been amazingly resilient. It's hard to believe that before the earthquake, 63,000 people worked within the Four Avenues, and there were 10,000 people living there. All those 63,000 people have found another place to work, and gradually over the next few months and years will be able to come back to the city. Now, I also just want to focus on the residents within the Four Avenues for a few minutes, because that's where I live. And before the earthquake, there were 10,000 people living within the Four Avenues. And of course, that was immediately shut down after the quake in February. We had the police and the army at the end of the Four Avenues, and nobody could go in and out. So for many people had to leave their homes and couldn't get back to them. Some of the people who lived in the centre, that's still under the red cordon, never got back to their homes and couldn't even get their possessions out of them. So the people who live in the centre city have had a pretty long road to hoe. We've also got quite a large red zone around the Avon River, and we've got plenty of TC3 land. So it's really good that the people who live there, and I think there's probably only about 5,000 of that original 10,000 left, have got these new things to look forward to that can use the amenities. And the amenities are cleverly planned so that we will bring people into the city and they'll be able to work there, to play there, and to enjoy our new city. So overall, I'd like to thank Sarah for all the work they've done. I know it's been a really tough time. I know they've been challenged, but they've managed to bring in a large number of really skilled professional people who have got through the work that had to be done. They've come up with innovative solutions in terms of SCIRT, which is the Stronger Christchurch Infrastructure Recovery Team, and also the CCDU with the 100-day plan. So they've dealt with these issues creatively, they've been innovative, and I think they've come up with good results. And I think that there's no doubt that the people of Christchurch will and can rebuild a stronger, better, more beautiful city. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Eugenie Sage.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.